My friends around the world, I'm coming at you naked today. Actually, I do have a towel on. It's a what is it? A Winnie the Pooh towel. But anyway, I just took a shower, so I haven't yet got dressed. Usually I have my robe on, but it's a little warm, and I'm gonna get dressed in a little while. I got a new hair design here, orange color. So I'm making this video because I want people to know why I do what I do and why I've done what I've done so long. One of the main impetuses for all the years I've been doing music, and I've been writing over 60 songs. I've been playing all over the world. I do concerts all the time. I do free shows all over the place. I do paid shows. I make a lot of money when I do free shows too, because I got a lot of tips and CD sales. But anyway, it's because of this right here, President Ikeda's Precepts for Brass Band. And the reason I'm reading it today, and I've had it on my website for a long time, and I've had explanations of why this was really the impetus for my whole music dreams. I first read this about age 10. I was playing trumpet. I played in a parade in San Francisco. No, San Francisco. That was a little later. I did a parade in Washington, D.C. back in the days. And I first read this, it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. And this is why I do everything I do. And another reason why I'm reading this today is because one of the SGI leaders that I'm friends with on Facebook, or I'm friends with him on Skype. I Skyped him today and I said, hey, can you do me a favor and watch my videos, because I'm in a contest. I'm in second place now. I was in first place for a week now. I just dropped down to second place. I asked him if he could watch and post some stuff. And he said something like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but something like, you're always self-promoting. And I just love that word, self-promotion, because in Buddhism, Funi means we're all oneness. It means Shikishin Funi means oneness of life, or the mind and the body. Esha Funi means oneness of life and the environment. Shite Funi means oneness of mentor and disciple. So if we're all oneness, how can we possibly be self-promoting? But this is the confusion that some people have, that if you're trying to get your music out in the world, because your music is all about changing the world, which is why I do it for the last however many years I've been doing it, all because of this message that President Ikeda gave us when he actually wrote this back in the 50s, but I first read it when I was 10 years old. So here it goes. President Ikeda's Precepts for Brass Band. I had to have this memorized back in the Royal Prince days to get accepted in the Royal Prince. Okay, there are no boundaries in religious philosophy, humankind. The old translator put mankind, but it's been retranslated to humankind, because there's no such word in the Japanese language as mankind. It's just people. So anyway, once again, there are no boundaries in religious philosophy. Humankind shares equally the desire for peace and happiness, and religious philosophy is the only means by which this desire can be answered. Likewise, there are no boundaries in the field of music. Music is the flower of culture, a language common to the entire world. It is a thing of beauty sought by all. Recalling the history of humankind, we discover that a race of people or nation attain happiness and peace only if there existed a sound philosophy of life. The practice of a great ideology, like the current of a great river, becomes the high ambition and rhythm of that nation. The same holds true of music. The beauty and energy of music has been the source of a nation's growth. By the same token, what does the growth of the Sokogaka indicate? Needless to say, it reveals the unprecedented growth of the human race, and the construction of a nation having the highest culture and means for peace. Accordingly, I believe the sound of the brass band, gushing from the depths of pure faith, can become the mighty thrust needed to achieve this historical undertaking. Presently, the music that is being presented to the people is void of direction and emotion. Music today is being presented merely for the sake of a few. It is for those who seek stimulation and pleasure of the moment. Modern music is slowly deteriorating. It has lost the spirit of humanism and no longer has the power to inspire vitality and hope for the future. Music often determines the direction in which the youth of a nation will travel. How unfortunate that the level of modern music has led youth on the path to delinquency. When music plays such a role, its function must be called evil. Sound the clarion of a new world, and with the banner of the construction of the third civilization waving proudly, let us embrace ourselves firmly with the Buddhist democracy and courageously crush this evil. Having great hopes for the future and with arms linked together, let us develop a mammoth musical movement. I did a CD with SGI members around the world called Mammoth Musical Movement that never got put out because it was just becoming a total nightmare with all the different musicians fighting over what should be on the CD and what shouldn't be on the CD, and what it shouldn't be titled and what it should be titled, and whose song should be first. And I got tired of it. Anyway, they weren't ready for it, so I just said forget the whole thing. We called it Mammoth Musical Movement. Okay, but I am creating a Mammoth Musical Movement with my music. For the sake of the general public, let us sow the seeds for a great new culture. It is my request that all of you, without uttering a word, will be able to move your listeners to deep emotion. Through your performance, I hope that you will move people to jubilation and inspire them to attain their human revolution. This is what all my songs are about, is inspiring people to attain their human revolution. If you read every one of my lyrics, it's all about human revolution and Kozen Rufu. So the fact that someone could say I'm self-promoting by promoting my music is really insanity. But anyway, together with the astounding growth of the Soka Gakkai, our brass band has also undergone rapid advancement. A strong foundation has been established here in Japan as well as in other parts of the world. However, our future is of the greatest significance. Well, I'm going to read that again. However, our future is of the greatest significance. There is no doubt that in the very near future, 1 year's growth of the lay organization will be equivalent to 10 years' growth of other organizations. The brass band will advance in like manner. I just love the fact that this was written, I think, in 56. And he was saying that the 1 year's growth of the lay organization will be equivalent to 10 years' growth of other organizations, because he was just setting the groundswell for the lay organization to outpace the Nichiren Shoshu and to break away from this Nichiren Shoshu. If you didn't notice that, he had actually been doing that for many, many years until they finally excommunicated us, which was his whole goal, probably everyone's whole goal, because we didn't really need to be stuck with that old model of religion with priests on top and everything. Anyway, that's going on about a different subject. You can watch my other videos to talk about that. Okay, once again, there is no doubt that in the very near future, 1 year's growth of the lay organization will be equivalent to 10 years' growth of other organizations. The brass band will advance in like manner. To the general public, you are being called upon to reveal the true picture of Kozen Rufu. So with all my books, and this person, the SGI leader that actually said this, he actually read my novel and commented on a lot of my novel and helped me correct a few errors in historical context. So if he knows that my novel was so much about Kozen Rufu and about this mammoth musical movement to change the world, how he could have said this was really shocked me. But I've had it said by a few other people, so it wasn't totally shocking. So once again, this is what to show the true picture of Kozen Rufu is what I do with all my books, all my writings. I published 4 of my books. I'm on my 4th CD, going to release it soon. If I win this contest and if I get it selected in the top 5 to go to LA and perform, I will win either $25,000. I'll win $25,000 if I win, over like I think $4,000 or $5,000 worth of Guitar Center equipment that I really need for my recording and for my performances. And also, I'll get a 4-song record deal with a very high-level recording engineer, promotion, and a producer in Los Angeles that's worked with the top people. So this is why I do what I do, to spread the true picture of Kozen Rufu with all my stuff I do, and my radio show too, and my healing and my everything I do, all my videos if you watch any of them. So once again, I'm going to read that line again. To the general public, you are being called upon to reveal the true picture of Kozen Rufu. The true picture of Kozen Rufu isn't inside the organization. It isn't inside President Ikeda. It isn't inside the members' lives. It's inside what we do to change the world with our practice and with our life, everything we do in our life, including my music. Okay, so that's what I do with everything. You must also give the general public the opportunity to recognize correctly and without prejudice the true mission of the Soka Gakkai, which is what I do with my life and my videos and my healing channel and my music and my writings and my book publishing and everything, is to give the general public the true, without prejudice, what is Kozen Rufu and what is the mission of the Soka Gakkai. It's what I live every day of my life. Furthermore, as pioneers of a great new civilization, you must contribute to the enhancement of world culture. That's what my music is, very much about world culture and transforming the cult of culture, which is the negative aspect of culture, into the true aspect of culture, which is the life-enhancing celebration of life that all my songs are. Okay, you must complete the mission of the brass band within the organization, inspiring millions of bodhisattvas and giving our fellow members hope and inspiration to overcome their sufferings, which is what I do with all my music and my writings. In conclusion, I would like to say that your spirit should transcend vanity as well as musical techniques and ability. Okay, so as you probably know, I'm not the greatest musician in the world. I am a great songwriter, but I try to transcend vanity as well as musical techniques and ability with my music. It's all about really how I can bring out this highest aspect of my life and inspire that to come out in other people in all my music. And that's really the key to all my songs, not really the technical ability. I hire really great musicians to back me up in my band and on my CDs, because I'm just not really technically as proficient as they are, and that's not really been my focus. It's really the message of the songs. The sound of the brass band should be the rhythm of faith, and I think all my songs are the rhythm of faith. It's really the rhythm of life, the faith that I am infinite. What President Ikeda says, faith is to fear nothing, to stand unswayed, the power to surmount any obstacle. Faith is the source of all solutions, the mighty ship needed to cross the sea of sufferings. He says that's the first translation from the 70s of the To My Young American Friends, not the new translation. I don't like the new translation as much because I memorized the old translation. Anyway, that's what faith is. So that's the rhythm of my music. It's that fear nothing, to stand unswayed. That even SGI leaders want to put me down for what I do. I'm not going to let it hinder me at all. It's just going to actually be impetus for me to sail to higher heights. Okay. It must roar, this is the music, it must roar with the sound of passion as to crush the angry waves of the ocean. I urge that you advance with the confidence that your performances will penetrate the hearts of all people. If you watch my performances at all the stations I go to, it penetrates the hearts of all people. You'll see people that normally don't even come out of their shells, that are so private, Japanese people dancing to my songs, throwing money at me, doing all kinds of stuff, because the music that I'm singing penetrates the hearts of all people, which is exactly why I do it, because this message right here that I read when I was 10 years old. Okay, once again, I urge you to advance with the confidence that your performances will penetrate the hearts of all people. With the rise of a great nation and a dynamic generation, people look forward to new talents and the highest standard of music. I sincerely hope that you will rise to this challenge and spread your music to all corners of the world. That's what I'm doing here in Japan, and I'm looking. My next CD is going to be released by an SGI member in Italy. He's an incredible guitar player, an incredible producer named Gabor Lesko. We're going to hopefully release the CD by the end of this year, but I might hold it off until the release party right before this competition in March of next year in LA. We'll see. But anyway, that's all. So I'm going to play a little song, because this is one of the songs that's getting the highest rating in my videos on my contest. My guitar is not totally in tune, so let me see if I can. I'm not great at tuning by ear. My other guitar has a tuner on it. It's an old guitar, it's hard to keep in tune. Oh, they're all out of tune. Okay, I'm going to sing you another song later. I don't want to feel like fuck. I should have tuned it before I made the video. I wasn't going to play a song, but I just got the idea to play the song at the end of it, just to closing. But go on and watch my videos. Click the link below this that gets you into the contest so you can watch. The more comments I have on my videos, the more shares I have, and the more people following me and watching my videos, the more points I get. So just watching the video gives me about 1 point. Following gives me, I think, more points. Actually commenting on it gives me the most points. So I hope you guys comment on my videos and help me win this competition, because that's why I'm doing it, because of this message here that President Ikeda gave me a long time ago. And I'm here to change the world with my music. Thank you so much. See you later, alligators.